Good luck, sir. Oh no. Let's see. 8 minutes. Don't have much pause time here, boys. Oh man. This is not going to be fun, boys. I can tell you that. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I had a phone call. This does not look fun, boys. 600 score. That is bad. That means the peak's horrible. Probably going to be really boring. Good morning, Les. Looks like the worst peak imaginable here. May not catch fish. Oof. Good grief. Trophy? We'll take it. Finished 26th. That's a pretty good run, bro. Nothing to be ashamed of on that one. Richard, how'd your Q3 go? I don't know if these guys are done, but 650 is the top score right now.
Oof.
You needed one more drummy, this wouldn't come out. Les, did you find in that one side or the other was more active? You uninstalled the game, if that answers your question. Richard, I've been struggling with the comps lately. Or just the competitive RNG on Fishing Planet. There's something wrong. There's something wrong with it. Richard, uninstalled the game. Richard.
Oh no.
It's that bad, bro. Talk to me, Richard. What happened, bro?
How bad did the drum treat you?
Les only got one trophy from the left. Here's the weird thing. We went and practiced yesterday off of stream. We went and practiced the semis again. And you guys that all fish for the Chinook, right? At Kanik. So the semis is your best 10 Chinook. However, we're finding, for whatever reason, if you get earmarked, you're only going to have one unique active spot.
Yep.
Yeah, you're only going to want it. They say in the unique, you're not going to get two uniques in this, bro. What are you talking about for this? What do you say this every time, Jay? What are you talking about this or are you talking about semis, bro? But anyways, you're going to find, I think even in that, if you're still there, Richard, if on that dock, if one spot was heavy and the other spot was light, so to speak, on your fish count, there by default you were already where I'm going with this whole conversation. Yes, and on that note, Richard, if you go back and look at I just put a full clip up on my butterfly that I won yesterday. I think I went in a Polish server or some server. I can't remember where I went. But anyway, the guy left me a message. He went and did the same thing and just played in a different room, and he took first in Q3 on PlayStation. He even left it up on the channel. He went over to, I think it was a Polish server. It's just silly. But what we're finding in the semis and the templates, uh, 38 and a half minutes, bro. 30 minutes on the trophy Chinook, 38 and a half on the unique. But we even tried catching them at different spots. In other words, it didn't matter if, yeah, I don't blame you, Richard. I'm struggling with it right now. I wish they'd revamp it. But what you'll find is you either have the top spot or the bottom spot, right? We've even tried going in the middle and yada yada yada. But what we found is for one person, usually both spots will be active, so then you can get 5 or 6, right? If you're following along with the respawn time at 38 minutes or 37 and a half. But if your spot's not active, it doesn't matter. You could catch all 3 from the bottom if you're following along with what I'm saying, or all 3 from the top. But if you're not active on both spots, you're not gonna go through in the semis. You're just not, unfortunately.
But that applies to the drum thing yesterday too.
But I'm pretty
Left
sure
and right.
that's how it was set up in the drum thing too. If left or right was heavy, that's because it was already. That's just the way it was set up. So those that did well probably were getting trophy drum from both sides. And if you had the really bad luck on that, you're not getting crap from either side. Got it on a spinnerbait. Nice. But yeah, I don't want to play the role of spoilers, but we just practiced that 2.5 times yesterday trying to figure out if there is a way to make sure both spots were active, and it just seems to be luck of the draw.
Yep.
So going into the semis, you're either gonna have 2 active unique Chinook spots or 1.
And that's something that you cannot really control to a
So
degree.
so in other words, what more can you practice for on that? That's the unfortunate part. And yeah, this peak is freaking. Did you not sign up for this? I hope you didn't. Did you
I
come in?
didn't.
Okay. Good. There's not even fish spawning, bro. Barely. It's just gonna be a common fest. But yeah, Richard said he had to spawn or reset 4 times and change servers just to find somewhere he had a bite, which I bet that happened to a lot of people
To
on
try
that one.
to
Mm,
find what nationality the fish migrated to.
yeah.
Not what nationality, what server.
Took you 55 minutes to get that. Yeah.
Well, what's that sound familiar to?
Mhm.
The Trout Q3, remember?
Mhm.
Came out right at the exact moment where he couldn't respawn anymore.
Yeah, that happened to Keefe, Richard, in the at Moose Lake. His unique Laker, of all things, wouldn't come out until it was past the respawn time, and then it just magically dropped. Maybe one day they'll revamp it, boys. I don't know. Jeez.
But it's definitely broken.
Yeah.
They definitely are not being entirely truthful.
Scripted for sure.
1000%.
Like I've said before, boys, I think we would all agree. You wish you had a little more control. That way you could influence a few more things. But yeah, with that being said, I'm not too excited about the semis like I once was. I didn't realize it until the last time that I played that, and was at the Anniversary Cup when I got there.
Yep.
So I mean, you need at least 5 to even have a chance to go on. In other words, it would make more sense if everybody's spots were active and whatever fish sizes you get, that's what you get. I think that'd be more fair for everybody. But yeah, I could see. I'm glad I didn't have to play in the Q3 because I can only imagine sitting there for 2 hours just waiting for a bite that's not going to come.
Knowing the left-hand side isn't active.
Our
Or knowing
cast,
the right-hand side isn't active.
our casting for a unique snook like Richard was, knowing that it's not going to spawn until it's too late.
And probably like 2 minutes after it's too late.
Right.
Well, that's what we were in the practice yesterday. When we went down to the other spot. Got literally everything else out and there was nothing spawning. Cast after cast after cast after cast.
Right. Hey, Ryan. What's up, I am? But no, we were playing around with it in a template, and Keefe, it finally happened to Keefe where he got down there and he's like, it's just not here. I'm like, yep. Don't matter what lure you throw,
what?
Yep. And then he changed server in a template, and then he got the unique. So, I mean, what do you do? Play magic servers until you get the server that has 2 unique Chinook spots active? I am. The respawn on the unique Chinook is 38 minutes. 38 minutes. Right around 38 minutes real time. The trophies are 30 minutes. What I was just saying, you might find in that, if you're having the good luck, you're gonna have 2 active Chinook spots that have uniques. If you have the bad luck, you're only gonna have the 1. You're gonna need probably a minimum of 5 unique Chinook. So if you only have 1 active spot, you're only gonna get 3 in 2 hours. That's the problem.
And good trophies are needed.
Yep, and you're gonna have to have trophies, good trophies. Oh man. Royan, if you look around
Do you have a
on
Neil
my,
video?
I would say, dang, no, I don't. I do somewhere. I do somewhere. How do you? It's an old. I don't know if I do. If not, he'd have to look at point by point. There's a spot up there, but it's too hard to explain. You could look at my point by point. I got a 10-minute video on a point by point. There's a spot of fish up there at the top. Yeah, I know, Ryan. I can show you a spot after this comp real quick.
Hang on.
You know what I'm talking about? That money spot I always fish for the
Oh yeah.
points by point.
Fishing Planet Uni Electric Eel Amazon map. Is that the video?
I think so.
I'll share it.
Can't believe I had one. I couldn't remember if I did or not. Yeah, as long as you're having fun with it. I think for me, it's just I've played in so many of them now. Less I hate when I can recognize what's happening, and if you know your tile's not active, there you go, Royan. You can look at that. That's a good spot, buddy. Thank you, Keefe. Where the hell was that even at?
I just typed in your name and electric eel.
Oh. I didn't even know I had one.
Well, it's titled Unique Electric Eel Amazon Map.
Gotcha. Oh, I think I got another trophy.
Slow down.
No,
Don't catch all your fish at once.
It might be a uni. Is this a uni? A baby uni or a big trophy? Big trophy. Oof. Yeah. Oof. No, it's bad. I don't even know if I'm gonna got a trophy tarpon.
Ay, 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 ay.
Oh, well, you need to get your. You better go to sleep, bro. You can always fish later. Hey, Logo, what's up, buddy? Merry Christmas, my man. Oh, we're found ourselves in the worst peak ever, Logo. Why the hell did I enter this? Keith, you're smart.
That's something that's not said very often, let's be honest.
Well, on this occasion, you're a genius. Oh, man. This is bad. We may not hit 300, boys. This is gonna be this is gonna be as bad as that one run where I got a unique. I didn't even get a unique bonefish.
Oof.
I thought that was only up from there.
Well,
You play on
worst part
mobile.
is that was,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the worst part is that was a good peak.
Mm, yeah. Oof. Boy. There's just not. Slow is an understatement. I might just hop around catching trophy permit. Well, that's okay. I appreciate it, buddy.
Ay, ay, ay.
Well, we didn't go uniless, boys. At least we got her at one uni.
Tarpon?
Yeah.
Good.
Better than nothing. Bum, bum, bum. Permit. Yeah, we needed that one. We needed that one rolling for sure. Might have got the trophy too, boys. Might have got the trophy. 62 trophy, we'll take it.
Yep, on this peak.
Cha, man, cha. Oof. You're welcome, buddy. I should put a little rotation up. That's one thing I haven't done. I should put a. I got more spots, but I need to put a rotation up for that.
Yeah, there's a couple of those little finicky ones around certain maps, aren't there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'll have all the time in the world to fish that Dene Pro, bro. Christmas event will be over before you know it, so yeah, you better grind it, buddy.
I tried to see if this sturgeon will work for the kayak thing.
Oof. Can you recognize when you got him or not, though? That's the problem. Can you get him up close and let him go?
That's the problem.
Is he, that's what I was gonna say. What if you just pull yourself around on the?
Well, I don't have the other one completed either, so contribute to that at least.
Yeah. Oh, you've been fishing in spots for like small ponds. Yeah, they're around. They're around other places too. They're usually in those little canals that kind of go back in there. But yeah, sometimes around those trees as well. Those dead trees. A lot of times I found them.
Or wherever you see the electricity on the water.
Mm-hmm. How long do I stay over here for this permit? Not too much longer. I think he's gonna spawn, boys. Kind of need that permit. Show us the permit. Permit, please. Oof, is this not here? Hello? Oof. One more cast, fellas. One more with the black on black here. I think Keith tried with the Phoenix, and now he's trying with. Are you doing the?
I'm using a 14-pound Laker Pro.
He's actually using a Laker Pro. Yep.
I'm pretty sure it will work. I just have to hook into one. I keep hooking into carp.
Why do I use Imperial units? Because that's the way I grew up in America, buddy. Unfortunately, that's what we want to buy the Imperial system. I wish I knew the metric system better. I've been trying to learn my way around the metric system, slowly but surely. Thank you, MZA. Same to you, sir. Boing, boing, boing. I don't know why I stayed that long for a stupid unique permit, because I kind of need it. It's not a good peak. Answering my own questions. Tanacha. Yeah. I don't know what that means, bro. Hey, Jose. Greetings, my man from Brazil. Can you tell like when you hook into that or no, Kiwi?
Well, still have a carp on at the moment.
A
I think it's
carp?
trophy carp.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're doing duck muscle.
Glazed crawfish.
Oh, glazed crawfish. Glazed crawfish, he was just asking if you're using caramelized cut bait.
I could have used that. That might have been smarter. Frozen cut bait.
Way to school him, Les. This guy.
I just looked, I said, ooh, crawfish, that's good for sturgeon. Didn't think carp would take it.
Alright.
But then again, you do catch them on crawfish cut too, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll try frozen cut bait after this.
Alright, nothing over here. No, he's trying to figure out a way to get pulled around in a kayak. He needs that challenge done too that we were trying to do yesterday.
I'm pretty sure the sturgeon will do it.
He's trying to get a decorated sturgeon that can pull him around on a light setup. Alright, last cast here for crying out loud, bro. What the hell is this? That can't be anything of value. Trophy bonefish? What is that? Unibonefish.
Ooh.
Making our move, fellers. European eel? I would spot form and use like a number 1020. Definitely spot form. Will make your life easier.
Mm-hmm.
I got a trophy if I'm lucky. Please be a trophy.
5 rods.
Yeah. I should go to Keith's room and set off fireworks. Oh, 48-pound trophy. I just got the shaft.
I don't think well, yeah. I don't think fireworks help for the decorated fish, do they?
I don't know. I never tried. Maybe.
I think it's only for white moose fish.
Could be.
Because I got all the decorated fish without them.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I was going to spot for the decorated carp, but I don't think I'm bothered.
Okay, if you're trying to do it naturally, there's that spawn point, and you gotta cast out the Narnia, bro. Just try a 1-0 with, you don't have chicken liver either. Probably 1-0 and medium cut bait, maybe. Trying to think what he'd have unlocked at level 45.
The wells aren't going to leave you alone either.
Yep, and the wells are gonna interfere is the bad thing. What spawn point is that? I think the Bavarian Wood spawn point.
Yeah.
Cast really far out at the Bavarian Wood spawn point. Oh, the fireworks do help with the historic fish.
Aren't they the 4th of July ones?
Okay, yeah. Also at the Fields of Gold. Oh, Sylvan. Sylvan. If you watch yesterday's stream, go through my stream yesterday and fast forward. I caught the Krampus eel there yesterday. They are out at the Fields of Gold. You can watch where I marked the one where I caught it, because there was other eels out there. Yeah, the Fields of Gold. If you fast forward through my stream yesterday, you'll see that I get the Christmas eel there. Oh, Ryan could only get 764 foot at Cali. He said he tried it.
He's using the 19-pound setup. I'm trying the 14. I assume he'll pull it more.
Yeah, I was streaming because I didn't get my Christmas stuff done, so I went back and got the Christmas eel or whatever the hell it's called. Krampus eel. The guys were helping me with it. You should probably just throw it near that monster mark that I was casting at. Probably with a smaller hook though. Yeah, probably smaller hook for sure. Dude, they're not gonna give me any unique permit. They're just not. Hello, sir. I can't play. Normally, you always get a unique permit before you did the tarpon. That's what's weird.
Yeah.
I figured if I could at least get 2 of them, I could get 100 pounds. Which spot is Keith using for the sturgeon? Knowing him, probably the wall or over by the beach, maybe. I don't know.
Yep, the wall.
The wall. I was thinking where your favorite spot is.
Yeah. Well, actually, I tried your favorite spot. That's where I got the carp, so now I'm going to the wall. Because I know there's no carp there.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, Sylvan. Everybody needs a break from the sturgeon. Except for Keith. It's over there just trying to get pulled around by one.
Let's see if it works.
I don't know. Well, who knows? If you got one from the beach, I guess, then it pulled you all the way from that side where the water's open. But either way, that lake just doesn't seem big enough.
No.
Unless you can somehow get him to pull you in a circle.
Well, let's see what happens if he bites.
That's what I was thinking. See what happens if I get a bite over here. Come on, bro. Sheesh.
I had one on yesterday and he got off on low tension. But he completed, I think he pulled me like 80 feet. He pulled me the first part of the challenge that I didn't have at all.
Oh, there was my permit. Damn it. Pull you out of bounds. Oh, yeah. Pulls you over to the barrier and then you just get spooled. That would be a good Oh,
Yep.
come on. 2 hook set glitches in a row, bro. Hey, Feather, what's up, buddy? I'm doing well, thank you. How about yourself? What else is decorated in the game?
The most ideal one would have been the alligator gar because they're big, but you can't use the kayak there. I think sturgeon is the biggest one.
The little trout's probably not even going to do anything, would they? On a
No,
little
just
setup.
grass carp, but they're not going to be big enough. And they're at Willows, I think, or where are they? No, they're at Sander. Would knock kayak all the way up there. The red drum at the Everglades, but again, you can't use the canoe there.
True. Yeah, Feather. Living fossil can be a nightmare. Poor Keefy's still trying to get a buzzbait himself. He never gets lucky in that one either.
Or that other godforsaken one.
Oh, the giant,
Tambaqui.
the Tambaqui, giant piranhas. That one's just as brutal, if not worse. That one could be worse than living fossil. If you don't get a uni spawn at all. Come on, bro. Finally.
Ah,
It's a permit. We'll
that's
take
nice.
it, boys. We need it. Get in here, sir. All right. Jacunda. Jacunda time.
Hmm.
You gonna try that one or no?
Um.
That one's stupid too. It's like you're gonna get 10 or 17 every once in a great while. It'll give you the really good.
And you know you'll get more bass than Jacunda.
Yup. I don't know. They might as well just not even show the leaderboard.
But weirdly, they do in tournaments.
I thought the same thing. It's like, why did that? Yeah, I don't know. Well, it does in templates too. Pretty sure it did. Or did it?
I think it was only 3 of us in it, so we could see
Oh, yeah.
us all anyway. Actually, I think I have a screenshot from it.
Well, I was just saying if it had a 1, 2, or 3 next to the.
Yeah, I'll check that now. Oh, it did, yeah.
It did have a 1, 2, or 3 in a template. I thought it
Because
did.
remember, I looked at that. Remember the video I had where I tested the bite rate?
Right.
That chum.
Yup. Predetermine whether it bites or not. I got a couple good ones on that X series versus generic lures on the
Oh, really?
gar. On the gar, it's disgusting. Swim off simulator, yeah. We were just talking about some other stuff too on the game that drives us crazy. This peak's horrible though, I can tell you. Where am I going? Why did I decide to take this way? Okay, the unique's there. I got a bunch of stuff here. I'm gonna fish this thing. I was gonna reverse it, but let's don't. I was trying to dodge the bowfin, but who am I kidding? Let's just get the bowfin out of the way, and then maybe actually a tarpon will spawn. Probably not. Trophy tarpon or a unique permit? I'm not even gonna ask for a unique tarpon because they don't exist. Come on, man. Just a scoring fish wouldn't hurt us. If we can somehow hit 500. Hello, Josh, and happy Friday. Oof, oof. Richard, I was just talking about that today. I was telling Keefe how many examples I've had of people telling me the things that they've responded to you when you would ask. Yeah.
Yep.
it could be a long conversation, but Keith's been bickering back and forth with them through email in regards to um, fish spawns and what the hell was you asking him? I think you said it, Dave.
Consistency
Yeah, consistency.
among all players, not just how if it's the same for everybody, and how they claim it's the same for everybody, but it isn't. You know, like anybody who plays them can say with a straight face that it's the same for everybody.
Well, that's the trouble. Like I said, Keith's told the story before, but once Keith emailed him when you couldn't join a comp because it would glitch out when you hit the join button, and they sent him back a diagram pointing to where the join.
Let's not revisit that.
Yeah. Well, in all reality, we just want to know where our fish disappear to.
Well, and remember I caught them out on that too,
Hmm.
because I said if you practice the same peak and you find out where the fish are on the exact same peak, will that translate to the competition? And they said not necessarily. So I said, well, that means that there's no point in practicing them
Correct.
if it's not going to be consistent with the practice. And I said, well, you have to practice to discover the dynamics in this. That no, that's not how this works.
The dynamics. What's the dynamics? The fish are there and they're
It's
not.
just trying to use words that they think people might not question.
All right. Hey, Viv. What's up, buddy?
But whatever about this kayak one as well, being pulled around,
Yeah.
being flipped over doesn't seem to be possible at all.
Oh, you can't even get your kayak to flip over?
I haven't been flipped over since. And Grizzly said he tried and he couldn't get flipped over.
Yeah, they need to fix that.
And Grizzly said he even tried on Shark.
That's the first thought I was gonna have. If the shark don't do it, nothing will.
I thought Taman would be a good option as well, but they didn't.
Shush, bro. There's my bowfin. My lucky little bowfin.
That's Grizzly's bowfin.
Hmm. Not while I'm here. Jasper, here's the problem. Well, there's all kinds of problems. I should put a whole video up on it, but I don't know if it would do any good, boys. I've thought that before too, Jasper. If they bracketed it out, like let's say amateurs, mediums, and pros, or whatever, there's not enough people, I don't think, to fill them, man. If you factor in like how free mode is compared to, in other words, if daily comps, let's say if it's a popular comp, it might get 150 to 200 here on PlayStation. If they break it out, then they might barely even have enough to fill. But yeah, would be great if they did it like that, like a skill-based matchmaking. Once you have X amount in at least, or something of that regard.
I'll check the last one. How many people participated? Marble
Well,
Frenzy.
when it's Christmas
55
break.
people finished.
Yeah, only 55 people just finished in Marble Frenzy, and that's a lucky one. In other words, the participation's way, way down, and I don't think they're realizing uh, their issues, unfortunately. Facundo. Hello, hello. Happy Friday, sir. Where is my unique? How about a trophy tarpon? How about anything?
I better spawn.
I got both of my pyramid out, but tarpon is just not here. He is not here, sir.
But where has he migrated to?
The mangroves. He's swimming up in the mangroves, bro.
Now that was before they fixed the fly-offs.
Mm.
Although you did find out the old red peacock bass seemed to dive bomb off the bank.
Spawn right out of midair and flop around in the bush. I don't think there's any tarpon here, bro.
What was it, your striper in Q3?
Yep.
Top water?
Yep, that one had wings. Oh. Yeah, a handicap system would be great. But like I said, boys, if
Or they could just code the lake to work the same for everybody.
sometimes they get candles, yeah, I know, Jasper. Yeah, I don't know. They need to, first and foremost, in my opinion, they need to admit that bite rates and fish drops are not the same for every player. They'll say the server works the same, and I don't know if it is a latency issue or a ping issue. I can't for the life of me figure it out, but I can tell you, uh, just from testing so many different things, that it does seem like some servers or room types you'll get better luck in. And to prove my point, the guy that just took first, if you guys go look at my butterfly thing where I went off into a Polish room, which is it's nothing to do with the language, it's just getting into a different room type. This guy left a comment on my butterfly bass thing that I just put up in my video. This guy here went and played in a Polish server in this qualifier and got God tier. He took first in this. Not that he didn't fish hard, but he got really good, fish drops. Both sides were active, yada, yada, yada. This guy here just actually did that. So I don't know what the issue is, but that first and foremost, in my opinion, they need to admit they need to work on the actual competition RNG system. However, they need to make it to where your fish bite the same for everybody. From there, you can influence thing on fish sizes, count, that sort of thing by the moves you make. But if by default you go into something like that qualifier yesterday and only one spot's active with drum and the other spot's not, so by default you're only going to score half of what the guys in the top 20 are. So instead of both sides being active and letting things be random on sizes, it just doesn't feel like that. And you'll find that more and more and more in the comps and the tournaments itself. Outside of that, I think if it made it more fun, more people would play and be or want to play in them. But who wants to sit and fish in something and then this crap happens? Almost cussed. But who wants to sit and play in something? Well, Keith and I just practiced to prove my point. We just practiced the semis again, and if you don't get two active unique spots for the Chinook, you have no chance in the semis even. So And that's just two examples, but you can go on and on down the list. Playing old bucks. If both of your spots aren't active in old bucks, how the hell are you going to score? If one of your spots is active, you can score half. If both of your spots are active in old bucks, obviously you're going to get in the top 10. But instead of letting it, people catch the fish, they somehow, and they won't admit it, somehow whatever happens, whether you're losing connection to the server or this server's um, latency issue, I have no idea. Or is it just pre-scripted? Or is there a script to it? I have no idea, boys. But they have to admit that first, because once you had more participation in my head, then they could work on some kind of handicap system or a matchmaking system. That would be my thought on it. But they have to admit that there's an issue first, and if they're going to claim every server is coded the same, when us players know better, that's played it long enough that you're going to know, well, hey, my fish are not spawning. What the hell am I supposed to do? And I know some comps are just going to be, torturous anyway and slow, but well, yeah, on their end, that's why I'm saying, Les, without them coming out and playing in it, they're probably going to look at their code like they did for Rodrigo whenever they were saying uh, he caught that fish that didn't count, and they were saying you had a Gary Scott boat in the topwater kayak. However, you can't even enter the tournament with your bass boat was not going to be there.
Doesn't spawn.
Yeah, it wouldn't spawn. But my point is, if they get people complaining, they just say, oh no, it's coded the same for everybody, but it's not functioning the same for everybody. That's the problem. Without them going out and actually playing in it, they need to play in it themselves and feel what we feel. When all of a sudden you play in something and all the fish jump on your hook, and then the next time you play in it, you do the same thing and you don't even get a freaking bite. Oh, yes. Oh, Lincoln, are you Pato Manco's son? I'm pretty sure you are. I recognize the avatar. Hold on one second. Yes, I got an exact conversation for you. I'm pretty sure that's who you are, buddy. What you're gonna? Yep, I know who you are. I recognize you, buddy. How you doing? Yes, tell Paddle. Here's what we found, and I don't know how Fishing Planet could deny it. We sit and practice that thing 2.5 times yesterday, and we figured out that if you're getting good luck, whatever the prescript is, you're gonna get a unique from the top and bottom, a chance. If not, you can try going to the bottom if you're following along. You can go to the bottom down there and catch it, but then you won't catch it at the top until the respawn's available 38 minutes later. If you've got the good algorithm, both of your spots are active and you can get 5 or 6 depending on how it plays out. If it's not active, you're going to get around 3 because you can catch it from one spot or the other. And we even tried going to the middle, then the bottom, or the top, then the bottom. Well, me, Keith, and Grizzly worked on it. Keith, you can explain too what you were thinking on the same thing. But you noticed, and Keith even did it. Go ahead and explain. Tell them what you did with one of the templates too.
Well, we also did, when we knew that it wasn't coming out of both spots, what we decided to do, remember, we waited until the respawn was available at the other spot, or should have been available at the other spot, ended up catching it at the bottom, and then it wasn't at the top. So it didn't seem to matter whether you caught it at the top or the bottom. If you were in the algorithm, you're only going to get one. It was going to come out of one or the other, but not both. Remember that one?
Yep. So if you're following along with what
And
we're
then,
saying,
obviously, yeah.
so you start at the top, right? Then you go down the bottom. Your trophy will come out quick. You'll sit there and cast for an eternity. Your coho will come out, some common Chinook, and the unique literally never drops at the bottom. So then we were like, okay, let's start at the bottom. One of us went to the bottom if you're following along. So one went to the bottom. What we discovered was you can just sit there and wait at either spot if you're getting a bad algorithm. As soon as the unique's available to respawn, you can only catch it from one or the other tiles. It will not be active for you at both. And so by default, there's no way in hell you're going to even have a chance to qualify for finals.
And yet
If
somebody else fishing off the same marks can get both.
Yep.
And every time. I got 6 in one of them, and you and Grizzly got 3.
Yep. And because we couldn't.
From the same marks.
Yep. From the same marks, doing the same things, doing yada, yada, yada. That's the problem itself, in my opinion, with the overall system. on these things. Yeah, Jasper, and that's what I've said that before. Like I said, I don't want to sit here and just dish Fishing Planet because I love the game, free mode and everything. The events are amazing. They've been adding new maps, yada yada yada. I can't commend them enough on that. And every game's going to have bugs, but it's the RNG system itself on Fishing Planet competitions and tournaments needs a big, big overhaul. And they have to admit that there's an issue first. They have to
It
admit
hurts
there's
the
an
game.
issue. Yeah, it does hurt the game because once you've leveled up and did everything, not to mention it's fun, but when you feel like there's some kind of weird lottery to it before you even go into a comp to where this person gets a bite or all the tiles are not active and one guy's, tiles are all active, like how the hell can you even feel competitive? What are you going to go practice for? Luck? If you got two tiles that you're fishing in old bucks, let's say, and if they're both inactive, what do you go practice for? Luck? That's my point on the whole thing because we know how to catch Chinook. Anybody that's going in this final knows how to catch Chinook. And if you got one of your two spots are not actively dropping uniques, there's nothing you can do. But that you'll find that in so many comps. It's
Yeah.
discouraging.
And like we said earlier, even in the Q3 earlier, people had exactly the same experience. Left and right, drum.
Yeah. Hey, Sharul. How you doing, buddy?
Or, as I remember, was it you or Grizzly that found out one time? It'll let you get two when neither will respawn sometimes,
Yep.
when it's too late.
Yeah, and then towards the end we found then both spots will be active when it's too late for them to respawn. So somehow it feels like the computer, whether when you're joining a room, we don't know when it's determined, or when you register for even a practice template, we don't know when it's determined, but there's definitely something to it, and I don't know why they can't fix it. Hey, Anatu, how you doing, buddy? Hey, thank you, Rex. Appreciate it, buddy. Happy Friday to you. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I'm not. I love Fishing Planet, but I can tell you, a lot of people that probably played in that Q3 again yesterday, one of the spots were probably active with drum, and the other wasn't. But that's the whole thing. Both spots, if you know what you're doing, you should have active tiles, and then from there let the sizes determine things because it
Mm-hmm.
just takes the fun out of stuff. If you've already got some kind of weird prescript against you, you should be able to catch the fish. And I think if Fishing Planet ever looked at that, it would just make their competitions a lot better. Hey, Silas, what's up, buddy? Thank you, Mark. We're gonna need it. If you didn't hear us ranting a second ago, we figured out at Kanique, either one spot's out. If you get two spots active, you have a chance. If you can't get a unique at both spots, you're screwed. We tested it several times in a template yesterday, me, Keith, and Grizzly. Alrighty, boys, we got him out of there. Now I'm pretty much screwed, though. Go, stupid. Well, Keith, go ahead and say what you were saying too.
Which one?
There's three spots, but we tested try and catch it from the middle as well, Mark. And here, let's make it
Oh,
easy.
yeah.
What we found was Keith got an algorithm once, top and bottom. He got six. He got his 1, 2, top and bottom, or the Walk of Fame or Walk of Shame or whatever we call it. But for Grizzly and I, it just would not spawn. So we started doing a bunch of different things. But yeah, there's other spots you can catch them, but there was no Pac-Man pattern to it at all. In other words, it was
The
either
only
on or
pattern,
off.
I
Go
was gonna say,
ahead.
the only pattern that repeated was if it wasn't that one of the spots, it wasn't gonna be at, it just wasn't gonna spawn,
Yeah,
no
just
matter how
wasn't
long you
there.
sat there. Except when I jumped out of the room.
So what he did was he changed languages or room types rather, and as soon as he changed room types, the second one came out.
After sitting there for 30 minutes.
After sitting there. Yep. Well, no, that's what I was going to say. Keith emailed them about it because they were claiming that the fish migrate and they'd integrated that into part of the game or whatever. But Keith had made that same point as if you practice, we're not saying your practice should be the exact identical to what you do, but your practice should be somewhat similar.
Should be reflective of it.
Especially, it should be reflective of it, especially when you're practicing the same peak with the same spots, the same, everything's the same. You should have somewhat similar instead of two people going in and having a night and day difference run when you guys are doing similar things, especially if you're in a club or a team where you're using the same marks, the same spots, same strategy, and one person has, let's say, a 9 out of a 10, and another person has a 3 out of a 10, doing the same exact thing. There's no medium to base it upon, it seems like, anymore. And I think that's why so many people are frustrated, especially if you
Basically, there isn't
practice
a
for
whole
stuff.
equal opportunity to score.
Nope.
That's the problem.
There we go. Lincoln's found the same thing. I knew it, Lincoln, and Pato's a great player. I knew
Yeah.
what you were going to say. That's the same thing. And that's the same thing that I found. If you go to Kanique, you could catch it. Yep, I know what you're saying. And you could get the 3 one right on time. You could get 3 from one spot, but the other spot it's not there. So there's some predetermined algorithm to a lot of it. They might say it's migrating. So only thing Keith did, he migrated to a different server. And as soon as he migrated to a different server, then both of his spots were active. So you tell me what's wrong there. But and again, you guys can go look on my butterfly thing from yesterday. A guy left a comment. He went into a different language type on this and went lights out. He even left it on my channel on that comment on my butterfly bass video, my recent one. He went into I think it was a Polish server. Not that the server matters. It's just changing the room type. He went into that and did. And this guy
Well,
doesn't.
mate,
Hold on. This guy's barely even played in any comps, but that's just my point. And that's he fished well, so I'm not knocking him at all. But the point is, he just went in and the fish just dropped. To where as many people that played in this, I guarantee you, probably just sat there and either two spots wasn't active or one spot or the other would be the same concept. If you're seeing what I'm saying, the same concept is one side was either heavy or both sides were doing well or you didn't get anything at all. And that's kind of how that one seemed probably just to be coded, so to speak. Oh, hold on. Did somebody get kicked out of there? Cause
yep,
Jairus?
they did. I checked it.
Okay. Good job, Jairus.
Yep, that was the. I did notice that a few minutes ago.
Maybe that's what they mean by migration, going to a different server. Well, I don't know. It's well that if you didn't catch on, Mark, what that just so we know that that's Pato's son, and Pato's a really good tournament player. It's this guy's son
Hmm.
that I was talking to. Pato's an extremely gifted player, well experienced, always up there in tournaments and a lot of clumps as well. And he's finding the same thing. There's one spot that's active. So if they're saying it's migrating, where do they migrate to? When Keith can just go to a different language type, and I'm not going to say that language type's always the same. I'm just talking room type. I don't know
It's like
if
a
that's
reroll.
it's just like a re-roll of your dice. So okay, you got two active spots where if you only have the one active spot, you're screwed. But time and time again, this seems to be the same thing. But
But
oh
I think
well.
if you were to ask people about, let's say, for example, Battle of Kanique, how many times do you go into Battle of Kanique? and the second unique will not come out for anything. It's the same
Correct.
thing, just for 2 hours.
There you go. Did you hear what he said there? Anybody that's played in Salmon Galore or Battle of Canik, you ever find yourself saying, well, I'm going to go to the bottom now? You'll catch it at the bottom, you'll come to the top, and then you can't catch it at the top. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And then another time you'll go into it and you'll get two uniques fairly quick. That's because both of your tiles are active. They're actively dropping uniques if you're not catching on. So I don't know, they have to admit that number one, they need to revamp it and do something a little different to make it more fun for everybody. But anyways, fellas, that's all I can say about that. But we could go on for hours about it. Lincoln buddy, I only play on PlayStation, so I don't know for sure if that's what's happening the same over there. And we even tried going to the middle first, and then it was the same. In other words, you could catch two from the middle, or get the middle one, get a respawn at the middle. You could same at the bottom, same at the top. It just what's next in comp? I'm just gonna do probably the. I got some other stuff. I'm just gonna do Jacunda time real quick. It's not that exciting, Richard. Not that exciting, buddy. Not that exciting. It's the same over there, Jasper. Yeah. But anyway, just to be polite about it, I think if they looked at it from a standpoint, the comp card is no, I've not won everyone, bro. Not won everyone. There's several I haven't won. I've tried. I've tried to at least podium in everyone. There's some of them it's impossible. Yeah, well, let me know, Lincoln, if you find out something different. But yeah, like I said, I think in that one, everybody would just like to get their Chinook, and then whatever sizes you get, whatever sizes. Yeah, I appreciate it. But you guys see what I'm saying. It's not about a winning or losing thing. It's if they're gonna put you behind the eight ball, so to speak, you should be able to catch your five or six, and then whatever your sizes are, and that goes for every comp. Once you learn how to
Just
do
have
it, then
everyone on an equal footing.
let the sizes of the fish determine things. Not one person gets two spots and one person gets one spots or none.
As long as somebody's not doing like something
That,
silly, like
yeah, as long as you're not doing stupid stuff. All right, boys, we worked our way in the top 10 there somehow.
oh nice.
Uh-oh, Arv had an off run. GG's, Tonio got up there in third. TechFan second, and Zorn Gaming there. Ended up getting up to the century mark. Good stuff, buddy. Good stuff.
Only one person had 1,000.
Yep.
Wow.
It was not a fun peak.
You
That
did
was
say
bad.
it wasn't friendly.
Mm-mm. Dude, I haven't played this forever. This is going to be ugly, boys. This one's pretty boring. I'm at the same spot for most of it, so there's that to be excited about. Oh, Diego, you only got one unique tarpon. That's all right, buddy. You've been on a roll, though, for the longest time, bud.
It happens in that one. That's why we call it the torture chamber.
It is the torture chamber, sir. It is the torture chamber. All right, boys, let's go catch some butterfly bass in our kayak. Hopefully catch a couple jacunda. Probably not, but we'll try. Maku, Maku. But I swear I was just at Maku yesterday. Guess I didn't have a license. Taking my money.
Illegal.
Good luck, fellas. Anybody playing along here?
I'll be right back.
Right on. Alright, boys. See if we can find out if they're top, bottom, middle. We don't know. Trying the first one at the top, boys. Nope. Whew. Near the bottom. Will that stay the same, though? Thank you, Silas. Dun, 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 dun. What did Jordan say? My chat's froze.
Oh, good luck. I'm hopping in now. Then my next comp would probably be the pike.
Nice. Good luck, Jordan. I know we couldn't be
How
the
about
only
your
one. Not to keep rambling about it, but I
Mm-hmm.
know we couldn't be the only one
No.
that was finding that. And if Pato and them saying it,
Yeah,
it's
Pato
not
knows
just,
what he's doing.
yeah, it's not just in our head. Oof. Let's try one up top just in case. Bite. Nope. I'm surprised the bass hadn't had that. Nothing? Nada.
Bad.
Not horrible. I got 4 fairly quick, but it feels like it's just gonna go slow. I haven't played this one enough to know if one peak's better than the other.
Yeah.
Oof. Maybe. Be the uni. Be the uni and not a bass. Need a big kicker. Need a big kicker. Nope. It felt bigger than
Bass.
that. No, it wasn't
Oh.
a bass. It felt bigger than it was. It was just a common. Just hit hard.
Yeah. Some of them do.
There's a bass.
Yeah.
Here comes the pain.
Bass after bass after bass.
Just one.
No, well, when you said here comes.
I'm on pace for 14 or 15, it looks like. Maybe. Depends on if the spot dies early or not. My other spots I don't like as much. I can't get my uni out of here. Good grief. There's no. What did that Jason guy say? There's no way in hell I can read it.
Started playing in 2018 on Xbox and was convinced people were cheating because the same people were winning, and found KP, Shimino, Hawkeye Gaming, a few others, and I assume the rest of the comment didn't fit, so he's probably checking the rest of it. Realized how much he didn't understand about the game.
Yeah, there's a lot to learn. Like I said, it's not all just that luck thing. There's you got to know rotations, retrieve types, know where they're at in the water column, hook sizes, bait selection, target isolation, how to isolate things out in bait comps or lure comps where you're not getting a bunch of blockers, that sort of thing. But there's also that one weird thing that your fish, for whatever reason, just don't spawn. And that's the bigger problem in it all. That's probably the most frustrating thing.
No matter how much you know.
Yep. And the guy that told me about changing the room types wanted to remain anonymous or whatever, but basically what he'd found in a couple of the guys that he played with was certain servers just seem to be more, or room types seem to be more consistent, or a lot more consistent than others that they'd found. Well, we got the unique bass anyway. And I was skeptical when the guy first told me that, but it does seem to be the case. Boy, dude, I cannot get this uni out at all. Come on, bro, be here. Can't kitty bite? Maybe it's the Mary Runner.
Do you think so?
Runner. Maybe. Just died. Oof, painful. That's just what it did on me.
Oh dear.
Well, maybe I'll get 12.
I don't like how this number keeps getting lower.
It might get me 10. Maybe 10. Who knows?
What number should I mentally prepare myself for here? 10?
Are you going in?
I didn't sign up. I actually meant to sign up and I actually forgot to.
Mm-hmm.
I had a scourge. I just
Did you
because
get
I
that?
like that one.
Was you able to get that done or no?
No, I got pulled 700 feet, but it was only a 30-pounder. I reckon if you can get one closer to 50, you will. But I did find it's better with a float rod because the bottom rod is bouncier and it gets off on low tension.
Gotcha. They're liking the yellow one better. I don't know why.
Oh, Richard's off. He said, catch you tomorrow for the semi-sit.
All right,
He's not back.
Richard. Don't expect too much, buddy. I think you heard the conversation. It's gonna depend on what. If they give me two active tiles, I got a chance. If they don't, I don't. That's simple. Thank you for stopping by, buddy. But nonetheless, I have made 7 semis in a row, so there's that fun.
Yep.
There's that.
Don't many people have done that.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. That's why Lincoln left. Sorry, Lincoln. Yeah, I didn't see that, buddy.
Oh, yeah. They got the two. They got the 2 unis when they went into Chinese.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Hold on. What did he say?
He got the 2 unis when they changed into the Chinese language.
Okay, yep. Doesn't surprise me, bro. Doesn't surprise me. So I guess we all playing Chinese tomorrow? I don't know. Oh, man. Isn't that silly?
Yep.
It's the same thing we
Is it
found.
unexpected?
Not for me. After that guy telling me that crap a long time ago when I was skeptical about it. Well, and that makes you wonder if that's why some of those guys are practicing 4 hours. So they can figure out what room's best or what room type.
Yep. What server is most consistent?
Yep. Maybe we're going to have to figure it out.
Maybe that's all there is to it.
Well, that's what's stupid. I still have good runs in English here and there. But I've noticed more and more for me, and I'm just going to say room type. The best way I can here, let me explain something to you guys too. Now, let me make something crystal clear. Yeah, well, I would test it before you trust it too, Lincoln. And let me make something perfectly clear. I'm a man that I'm type of person that likes peace in the world in general. I don't like war, and I don't want anybody to think I'm picking out a particular language or certain things. So let's just say if there's 13 of these things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 13 of those. So I just wanted to make sure that I was making that openly clear that it's not me picking on a particular language or anybody across the globe. It's just when I say room types, whether they're numbered 1 to 13, it just happens to be if it's Portuguese, Polish, Spanish, I think, what is that, Ukrainian or Russian there, Polish, I don't know what the hell that is, an Asian server, multiple Asian servers, but you'll find for whatever reason, sometimes your native room type may not be as consistent as one outside of your own room type, and I don't know why that is, but that's what the guy explained to me a long time ago that wanted to remain anonymous, but they'd found that out throughout testing it for themselves. And I guess on PC they actually label certain room types for competitions. Sad but true, but yeah, I would have said the same thing, Henry. And the guy just used it, like again for the third time there. The guy just used it in the qualifier 3 yesterday and took first, going into a different room type. Oh, that's a tough one. I'm actually working on a video for X Series versus generic. It's going to take me a while to get that together. As far as X Series versus Club Series lures, I think they're probably coded somewhat the same. Well, and that's the problem that I have, Henry. And that's what I was going to say. When I put the video up on bite rates and competitions and that sort of thing, that wasn't meant for people to abuse it. I was mentally putting that up in the event that you feel like you're dead laked, and coupling that again with, so I'm clear on this, again, I don't like doing it to try to gain some kind of unfair advantage. I was saying even because they'd said their own Discord moderator had said on Discord, if you're fishing in free mode, you could come down here to your room type and change from private to whatever if you feel like you're not getting a bite, like you're getting your room's glitched out. So if you're glitched out in the competition, you cannot change room types from private to public, public to random, random to club, that sort of thing. The only way you could do that and still remain in the competition or qualifier is to change your room type that you're in to get in a different room by changing this room type up here would be your only way to do it. But yeah, clearly yesterday when I showed that, in other words, people probably can just look and see who's doing good and what comp, come in towards the latter part of it, try to get in the room that looks like it's a good room that's producing fish, and then simply do good over and over and over and over and over. So I would agree, Henry, that could be abused. But Fishing Planet itself, before they even say that, have to be able to admit that some rooms don't function like other ones. And that's clearly evident to me at this point, whether they want to admit it or not. And I don't, like I said, I don't mind losing. You're supposed to lose. Sometimes. You're supposed to lose. But yeah, you shouldn't be going through and getting 5 podiums a day. No, and that's the Sylvan, don't get me started. I've said the same thing. When you see people podium 6 and 7 times a day, I'm scratching my head wondering what are they actually winning. Yeah, I've thought the same thing, bro. Yeah. Me myself, I just like to catch fish and have fun. If I get my butt kicked, oh well. Sometimes I do stupid stuff, so there's that. And there's a lot of good players too, so I'm not taking away from anybody else. I don't claim to be the best. I'm just well-rounded, and I'm a grinder. Except for these things. I can't catch them. Dude, should I just rotate out and come back? I cannot believe it. Give me. I can normally get 8 or 9 over here before I even rotate.
How many have you got now?
6. I had 5 in
Oof.
the first one. Of course, I've been caught up in conversation, but that's no excuse.
Well,
I'm used to doing that and catching fish, but. Oof. I'm gonna rotate over there to nothing. I'm gonna try a couple up top here. Well, that and ultimately we're just trying to catch computer fish and have fun. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, some people take it so serious on that top 100 thing that I don't. I mean, to each their own. It's just I don't get it. Well, and my point is, it should be. You know, you do realize a lot of people practice for stuff, and I get that. But yeah, I know. Henry, I hear a lot about that club over there. We people practice a lot too, so you can't discredit that. But in a game that's random, you should see multiple people from different clubs in the top 10. If that makes sense, Henry. It should be in a fishing game. It should be more random than it is. That's the part that will discourage a lot of people, and ultimately that's why you're seeing not a very good turnout in the daily comps anymore because a lot of people just lost hope. But like I said, outside of the comps, if you don't enjoy them, just play free mode. Free mode's amazing. You'll have a lot of fun, more fun in free mode anyway. Until they hopefully work on it at some point, but I don't know if they will. Maybe, maybe
I
not.
doubt it more and more.
It's starting to feel like that. might not even hit 10, Keefe. It's bad, bro. It's
Oh
bad.
no.
It's bad.
You wanna come over here and catch Crystal Burbot with me?
Hell no.
Uh, I'll let you hit me in the head with a snowball. You haven't completed that one, right?
Hmm?
The snowball one. You haven't completed that one either, no?
No, but I'd like to beam you right in the head with a snowball.
That's what I said, I'll let you.
Dude, I don't even know if I can. I haven't even sought that slingshot forever. Can I get two over here? Oh, that's not one. Okay, that's either the world's biggest unique or it's a bass. Pretty sure it's a bass.
The way your run seems to be going, my money's on bass.
Yeah, no, I still, like I said, I still like them. I think it's just you'll find the more and more you play in them, you'll start recognizing the same recurring pattern. It's almost like you're an actor in a movie where the director hates your guts and you can't change the script.
It's like you're Kenny in South Park, no matter what
Yep,
happens.
you already know what the outcome's going to be, Kenny. You just don't know which way you're going to get it this time. Can't believe they didn't give me a Yui this time. Do I dare
Maybe
turn
it is
on
the
it?
bad peak.
No, I'm just doing bad. Started out good. I was on pace for 15 and 17, but that went out the window real quick.
I think you can tell in that one when your uni doesn't come
Yeah.
out relatively quick.
Yep.
That's when it should be a different room.
I think that's what wives just like to do, bro. They just like to make fun of us, Sylvan. For one thing or another. It's always something. Good grief, bro. Where's my trophy at least? Oh boy, I've been looking at top 30. I was trying to get at least one more before I go back over there. I need to find out. I got other spots, but they're so far down there. Yep, I know, Henry. Henry, if you watch my butterfly, I keep saying this, but watch my butterfly clip. Now, I did make some good key moves in that. I put a full run up. If you fast forward to the last 3.5 minutes of it, and I talk a couple times at the start to help people with the butterfly bass, but you'll note clearly what I did. I looked at the leaderboard, and then I just went in that particular server and took first. But I did fish my butt off to get the last few fish, and it was kind of amazing what I did split second at the end, but you'd have to watch just the first of it and last of it. You'll see also a guy left a comment on there being in a different language for the qualifier 3, which is just mind-boggling. I still don't even know if this might be a trophy. Please be a trophy, not a bass. That was up high too. What the hell? Finally got him out of there. All right, one more cast. Are they still in the trophy? Bro, where are you?
Aside from what else that video shows, it is also a good one for that comp in general.
Well, yeah, still a good blueprint to how to play that comp, but ultimately you're gonna need a good algorithm because you'll see me stream that one and I'll catch turtles. I'll catch turtles.
Plural.
Turtles, not one. I'll catch turtles. But I clearly know how to do that one. But ultimately, it's a good blueprint, but also illustrating the difference in room types. The funny story is, Henry, I played it in an Asian server and put up 189, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. And then I played it in a different server this time by just merely looking at the leaderboard and going into it late. And pulled an epic finish in it. But the rotation's solid, so all you need is the RNG to go with it. So if you follow that with the tips I gave you, most people should be able to get up there at some point if you get the RNG with it. But at least you know what to do when you get the RNG. And that's the best way I can explain comps in general. Once you learn the rotation and everything, and once you know what you're doing, respawn times, lures you like, that sort of thing, you just need that RNG or luck or whatever Fishing Planet wants to phrase. And hopefully you can win whatever reward you might be going for. And the good news is you can get a hell of a lot of good lures in this game without playing the comps. It's going to take me a hot minute, but I'm working on an X series versus generic lures as well. But in general, the game gives you a bunch of good lures between events, 4th of July, St. Patty's Day, Christmas, as well as all your little missions and trophy lures you can get. There's plenty of lures in the game that you can get outside the ones you get in the competitions themselves. So I would not lose sleep over it if you don't get them, in other words. That's what I was going to say. Go ahead, Keith.
I was going to say 2 things. One, Jasper joined your Legends. I just saw.
Thank you, Jasper. I appreciate the support of the channel, buddy.
And BLK309 sent a dono.
Thank you for the donation, sir. I appreciate that. Thanks, guys, for supporting the channel. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. And thank you, Keefe. My thing was froze again.
Yeah, I figured. And I know that always doesn't show up for some reason.
It doesn't.
On the PlayStation app.
Yeah, well, I'll get the gator. If I could sneak that into my bag, maybe. If it was a weight thing. Maybe it'll pull my... Maybe we can hook the Cayman to get our fishy kayak thing done, or whatever the hell it's called. Did you get anywhere on that, or no?
No, I went for the burbot instead, but I'm pretty sure if you got a big sturgeon, it would do it, because that one dragged me 700, something like that.
Not yet, SG, but what I'll kind of put it together in my thoughts on lures in general once I get it done. I would say, I think I've said that before in that club enthusiast thing that I got. I would review. Hold on a second. Let me show. I should show. Hold on. I've said this before, but what I would do is, number one, if you're trying to get something in the comp, pick out the comp that makes the most sense that you have a chance to obtain a lure in. Ultimately, what your tackle box is going to look like further on in the game is what's more important. Example is if, the crankbaits themselves are amazing. If you don't have those, you got the ability to get the slimy crank, which is definitely good if you don't have any of these X series things. The glow crank, even though it's a bait coin crankbait, is definitely one that is reliable and does seem to have a buff on it, and so on and so forth. You can just go through. Obviously, there's a Club Series topper that I do believe in some instances are better, but even if you don't have that, the generic green one we can all attest to does just fine. So ultimately, what you're going to look through in your tackle box is if you don't have the X Series major popper, you can still be fine with the 5.0 major poppers or even the Club Series popper. So what I would say to do is critique what you got where your voids are throughout the game. So whether you can get it in missions, events, that sort of thing. Same thing as Keith knows. Keith does just fine with the Leprechaun Buzz bait. I got them both and keep both of them in my tackle box. But to me, it's this even this event lure. I don't even have the Club Series. I don't have the Club Series Buzz bait because it makes no sense for me to have it since I have these two, if that makes sense. But that's kind of how I critiqued mine. I do have some club tokens left over, just kind of waiting to see if they do the new Club Series thing. But just in general on lures, I would critique your tackle box to what you have available and fill the voids either with event lures or Club Series until you can get the X Series lures that you want. Because I know Keefe's still trying to get the buzz bait, and myself, you guys all know, I still have not got the X Series crayfish after 2,600 comps. I just can't win it. But I do have the Irish crayfish, the jelly crayfish, and the Club Series crayfish somewhere if I don't have it in my tackle box. Yeah, I got the Club Series crayfish. So, I mean, I'm good on crayfish until I get it. So,
I feel like I maybe don't use that jelly crayfish enough. I don't even think I had carried in my tackle box.
did they finally give me a uni or is that a bass? Give me my uni. I need like a 4 pounder. Four
Is
pounder?
that because you paused?
Nope. Trophy. I got the trophy, dude. It's just one of those runs. Well, and that's the weird thing. I'm gonna put up a sample size, kind of like I did on the leather. It's gonna take me a while to get it together, and I'm not saying one way or the other really, other than I'm just gonna test them on certain fish for those guys that are looking for the X Series lures, and I'm gonna do a generic lure versus it on certain fish, and just let multiple peaks play out, show you the net and that sort of thing, so you kind of got a basic idea. To me, it feels like there's just a certain buff on them. I'm not gonna say it's not like no 25 or 30% buff or something crazy. Elbow cop. I know, Lincoln. What are you supposed to say, bro? I don't know. It's a tough one for me, Lincoln, because I don't want to feel like it's a tough gray area in your head, right? Because you don't want that handicapped where you only got one spot, bro. But in the same breath, for me, I'm a content creator and stuff. I don't want to. I hate to have to I don't like server hopping in general, but in the same breath, I see why people do it because if you're already nerfed, what are you supposed to do? It's a problem for Fishing Planet to resolve. It's not like I said. I'm not looking down on anybody that does it. I see why they do it because who wants to be nerfed? But Fishing Planet themselves need to look and see what's going on and fix it for everybody, not just for me. I could care less. I've won most of the stuff in the game that I want to. I have fun with the game outside of comp, so I don't really. They just need to figure out what's going on and why. Whether it's a connection thing or is it just predetermined that way. But clearly you're finding Lincoln the same thing. Now you're getting two uniques in an Asian server, which makes no sense when you should be able to do it in your native. Yeah, I don't know why that is. I don't know why. I wish they would admit that the servers are just different for whatever reason. And if they are different, they need to figure out how to make them all neutral and function the same. That's simple. That's simple. But yeah, maybe me and Keefe, and then we'll go test a couple. I can talk Grizzly into it. And I'm not, all you'd have to do is the first two spots. If you get them out, then you kind of know. But who knows? And who knows, Lincoln, I'd be very careful too on two things. Number one, when you're changing spawn points, make sure that you hit X and not square on PlayStation because you'll leave the comp on accident. So make sure that you do not hit square because it'll say the scoring time's over, and if it's in a different language, you will not know. And the other thing would be, who knows what they're going to scramble in the actual thing. So, but I think if a guy was really serious about it, and you get down to that second spot, like normally what'll happen is your trophy chunk comes out fairly quick, and then you can just tell the unique's not coming out. That's when you would decide to go to another place or another room type if you were really, really serious about making it to the finals. But yeah, if you guys see what I'm saying, when you go here and if you're going to change, don't hit square, hit X. Hit X over here because you're not going to say it's not going to say enter the you're going to leave on accident. So hit X. Oh, it happened. It's happened to multiple people, and they messaged me. I'm like, God, bro, I was like, hit X, not square. It's hard because your muscle memory is built up to just push square. You're just repetitively going to hit square. You have to train yourself to hit X. I was telling Grizzly the other day when he was streaming Q2, I was like, Grizzly, pay attention that you do not leave because it'll pop up that is scoring time over or whatever. He was in English, but still, but that's funny, Lincoln. Yeah.
And what's funny is you made him paranoid about it.
Mm-hmm. Why did I not get a uni, Keefe?
Same reasons we were just talking about.
Yeah, it's not active for me, bro. Where's he at? He's got to come out of here.
You
Not very.
rolled a 2.
Yeah, I must have. I caught some fish though, so it's not bad. Oof. Dude, I don't even have a baby bass jig with me or anything. I should have brought that little pumpkin set up. Tried something different.
Oh, I forgot about the even stupider part of the template I did where I got the 6, like where it did, everything just came out. Do you
Oh
remember what
yeah,
did
yeah.
happen?
Mm-hmm.
The number 5 Chinook on the leaderboard and the number 2 Coho on the leaderboard in the same thing. So
Yep.
even the sizes were there.
Is that on there still?
Yep, it should be.
Where is it? Yeah, it won't show up on mine for whatever reason. What was yours?
Yeah, sometimes
76? I don't know what does that.
76, and then the Coho was 30 point something, but it was in the same room.
Yeah. Remind me, I need to get a hold of JL and let him know the same thing, so at least the people have a chance to do well.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, we already know what's going to happen. The one team's just going to run everybody and roll them over. Of course, they're not going to give it money. Come on, bro. Can we at least hit 12? Can we please hit a respectable 12? I need to find one more extra spot in this. I just don't have the time to mess with it.
Did you get to 11?
Yeah, I did get 11.
Okay.
I just don't have a kicker. I would have been happy with a 3-pound kicker at least. So whoever ties
I
me
do
off
have
at,
another spot in that, but it's quite a distance.
that's why I didn't. Yeah. Well, I normally get like 8 or 9 out of here at least in the first go, but I just slowed down on me. And I could be up higher, but maybe they moved up on me.
Is that where they migrated to?
Maybe. I've got them on the top on a low pressure peak before, but most of the time they're down low. I can usually get a couple up here on the top water crank, but not this time. I don't know, maybe I should play the semis in Mandarin or something.
That's a test.
Just to see. Damn, the bass will not leave me alone now. Bro, let me get one more fish, bro. Oh, Bergie's up there. I ain't seen Bergie play for a long time.
He was in Living Fossil a while ago, about a week ago. When he told me to run.
Correct. Oh, he did. That one's bad, bro. You know.
Oh, I do.
If Bergie's telling you to run, you better run out of that room.
Yep.
Oh, come on, bro. Just one more. I can't remember. I think I can get over there in 45 seconds, guys. Or not 50 seconds. I can go try and get one at that. I needed to shoot me, though. He just...
I can remember actually Bergie used to always get up there in this one when he played it. He's good at this one.
Mm-hmm. I can usually hit 14 to 17, but boy. I'm just dead. I don't even know if I'm going to go over there and try. I'm going to go try my other spot, guys. I give up on this unique here. He's just not here. I'm going to try to hit my little bitty spot over here, and then it's closer to the finish line. So, with a little luck, I can get one more. Or I can mess up and not cross the finish line. That's also possible. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Alright, I'm not too far away. So I can probably be there in like 30 seconds if I don't botch it up.
Oh. You're gonna be cutting it close, aren't you?
Yeah. That spot just died on me, and there's nothing I could do. I could easily get one or two out of here, but don't mean it'll happen. Oof. That's just slow for me. Come on, bro. Just give me one fish. Appreciate it, SG. I was going to ask you, what did you just get a bad bite in yours or bad sizes? I seen you were playing there last night. Damn, I'm not going to get one, am I? One more cast, guys. I'll try to cast it up when I get the weeds right there. Oof. Don't, thank you. Not even a spawn. There we go. No, it gave me a bass, you dirty animal. Or is it a trophy? Did it give me a trophy? Give me a bass. Oh my god, and it's gonna freaking make me not cross the finish line. Get over here! Maybe that's good for Maku Maku carnivores, who knows? Alright boys, let's quit horsing around here. Right on, Henry. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, and we'll see. Like I said, you heard the conversation enough, but left side dead, no trophy. They left me 6 minutes to catch me. Yeah. Well, you heard the conversation, but yeah, that's how it goes. Alrighty, fellas. I will be streaming the semis tomorrow. I think it's around 10 a.m. Let me look real quick to make sure. But that run could have went better, but we're all right. We had fun. We caught fish. It is what it is. Let's see here. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. for me. 10 a.m. tomorrow. Me, Keefe, Grizzly, hopefully, and all my other friends that made it. I'll start that a little early to read through all the qualifier guys as I always do. I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you for supporting the channel. I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, guys, and stay safe out there.